Guys, I hope everyone is well. We have the observant octopus that is in the collective energy, okay? So, someone found you very complex, okay? They found you very complex. They see you multitasking. They see you coming up with ingenious ideas, okay? They see you standing in your integrity, and they see you shapeshifting into and morphing and transforming into your power. So someone sees you as complex, okay? They see you multitasking, and they see you have ingenious ideas currently. They see you transforming into your power, okay? Yeah, you're taking freedom, okay? A horse equals freedom. It's year of the fire horse, freedom. Yeah, you're dashing between, maybe when you're sleeping, you may be going through ascensions, okay? It could be shifting timelines, or you could ultimately be going back to, I don't know, your dreams could be vivid at the moment. Your dreams could be very dark or scary, and you're trying to just work through this. But you are someone's dream. In a dream, I'm getting dreams. What's the past energy? What's the past energy? Clever crow. So you've had to use your better judgment in the past, okay? You're clairvoyant, so you've had to use your psychic abilities in the past, okay? We've got the clever crow. Okay, so in the past, if you've had mysterious situations that have happened, you've had to use your judgment over these situations. Someone could be doing dark magic on you at this time. Okay, someone could be sending destruction your way because they see that you are complex. Okay, they see that you are multitasking, that you're surviving, that you're using your integrity, you're standing in your integrity, and you are finding ingenious ways to literally dig yourself out. And somebody is trying to throw as much stuff at you as they can, and they think that they're being clever about it, but ultimately, you know, they will be found out. There's no box clevering with this. And they are observing a birth, a life, and a death at the moment. And it's because they was learnt destructive magic. Okay? That's a very serious, very dark message, actually. And these cards are not even dark cards. I don't even think I've used that card in that way. But someone, against their better judgment, that you were a mystery to this person, okay? They didn't even know who you were. You were a mystery to this person, okay? And against their better judgment, they decided to do destructive magic against you. Because they could see that you were transforming. They knew that your transformation, they wanted your transformation. No way. They wanted your transformation. But you're modest. You're humble. And you're stealthy. And you were like dodging all these attacks. You dodged all these attacks like a little mouse because you was content within yourself. And because you was content within yourself, you had a protective barrier. When you're content within yourself, nothing can penetrate or harm you because you're contented, because you have everything that you need to survive, okay? And now this person's out here experiencing birth, life, and death like they ain't never seen before because of their destructive magic. And you're still here like a little mouse with, you know, you kept your inner strength. You kept your inner strength and you unlocked your hidden potential, okay? Now, ultimately, this dark person unlocked their hidden potential as well, but it was for the negative. They opened a dark door. You opened the light door. And you realised that your stealthiness and your humbleness was what kept you going. What kept you protected was your humbleness. You were humble. You were never loud. You were never brash. You were never out there. You were never, you know, a show off. And maybe this is why they found you a mystery. Because they couldn't judge you. They couldn't judge you. They couldn't see Or they knew, maybe they even looked into you and they could see that you was transforming into something that they wanted. But yeah, you were balanced and you were independent, and this is how you protected yourself. This is how you protected yourself, because you were balanced and independent, and you know, you were multitasking at the same time with this, and you were transforming yourself. And because you were content, humble, independent and balanced, this is what protected you. This protected you. And this is why the mystical magic forces of nature protected you. It wasn't even you protecting you. Nature was protecting you overall. So yeah. Any more messages? Earnest elephant. So now you've found your temperance. See, we've got temperance, we've got balance and temperance. And now you are becoming a leader. Okay, you're becoming a leader because you were patient and you were kind. And now your heart is being blessed with gentle guidance. You give goodwill to people. I'm going to put that on this side because I want to be this side and this side. How does this person feel about... Oh, your flipper, that flew right over there. Whoa. So it could be a Leo. Well, this could be you just standing in your self-control. You showed self-control. Okay. Because you were brave. And like I said, you reclaim the hidden power within you, but this dark person over here created destructive magic. And they could have even been doing moon magic. They could have even been doing moon magic out in the moon. This is how they tried to reveal the truth about you. They tried to find the truth about you through doing moon magic, and it didn't work. It backfired. And they were brave enough to do this, but they couldn't reclaim the hidden power within them. They couldn't control the outcome of their power. They couldn't control it. Okay. So what's the present status of this situation? So now someone's adapting, but they're being very cautious because they're realizing what somebody has done, and they are security. Okay, so now they're building a hard shell on the outside because they want to be secure within themselves. Okay, the toughness and the boundaries, but maybe somehow these boundaries, maybe they're the wrong type of boundaries. Maybe they're not working, these boundaries. Okay. But yeah, you're being cautious at the moment. In the present, you're being cautious and you're being dignified. You're staying in your integrity. You're staying in your dignity, okay? You are not letting anybody persuade you from this. And your good fortune is going to come from being individual. So you're going to realize that you are an individual person, and you're going to honor yourself, and you're going to become fearless. And when you become fearless, your soul lights up. Because this is what your soul purpose is for, okay? And your dragon is... But you know, yesterday I did a reading actually on the starseed and the Dracos. So basically, the Dracos are dark beings and the starseeds are light beings, and you are being protected by the dark and the light because you are individual. The dragons are protecting you. The Dracos from this constellation Draco, they're protecting you at this time. And they are making sure that this ignition of this passion, this fire, fire keeps on coming out as well. It's like, are you on fire? Somebody's on fire. Somebody's, you know, and this is why it's because of the passion of the fire represents the passion that you have inside of you. Who is this passion towards, I wonder? And then we've got the stealthy shark, okay? So someone is trying to comprehend what the situation currently is going on. Someone's trying to comprehend at the moment currently what the situation is that's going on. And they're they are making improvements. But this is because they're trusting their instincts. So they're trying to work their way through with comprehension. So they're trying to comprehend and use their intuition to work their way out of a situation, because maybe they're realizing that a situation that was formed was by a predator. A predator was hunting them. A predator was hunting them. A shark. A shark. And now they're realizing that they're going to be shown the way to trust their instincts, okay, their intuition, and their progress is going to improve. They're going to start improving as soon as they comprehend the situation of what has happened. Oh, got another one. The spunky squirrel. Yeah, so they're being practical now. They're being prepared. They're preparing themselves. And even learning how to manifest. They're finding all the hidden treasures that can be found from manifesting. They're finding all the hidden treasures that can be found from manifesting if they just guard their good fortune. I think it's this one. If they guard their honor, guard your honor, okay? Guard your honor, guard your fortune, guard your honor, guard the things that you protect, guard the things that mean something to you in your life, okay? Guard it. Whether it's your energy, whether it's your manifestations, whether it's your light, your love, your chakras, please protect your chakras. I've only been doing chakra work a short time, and I feel like if you do not protect your chakras, these are where people can hurt you and harm you, and they come for you and try and implant these negative feelings inside you. But if your chakras are aligned, they're unable to penetrate the force of it. So yeah, this is just saying, guard the things that matter the most to you. I'm going to put that and that together because them two deserve each other, because they're just not very nice over there. But we're here, you know, we're being spontaneous, we're having good fortune, we're being individual, we're setting our boundaries so that we can protect, defend ourselves. Look, armadillo and squirrel are here. The squirrel's protecting his nut. That's all he's got in the world, right? That's all he's got in the world is that little nut there. That's all he's got. And you know what? The squirrel was protecting that with his life, like his life depends on it. And this is what we need to start doing, protecting the things that we care about so that other people cannot harm or attack what we love. Okay? Sorry, I'm getting a bit into it here, but, you know, like, I am passionate about defending yourself. Defend yourself. Because clearly whoever this clever crow, whoever they thought that they was clever against their better judgment, this psychic person, look, clever again. They thought there was a little flipping fox. Fox clever. They thought that they was a little clever fox, that they'd never be found out, that they'd never be exposed, and now they're being fucking exposed. And I will expose the shit out of you for doing this shit. I'm being guided to expose you. They're a trickster. They thought they was being stealthy. They thought they was being trickster. And you know what? You're going to be deduced. I've just got a word. You're going to be deduced to persevere in basic lack. Anything that this person cares about is going to be destroyed. Anything that this person cares about is going to be destroyed. They're going to be deduced, and their cleverness that they thought they was clever from has literally been exposed. Listen, if you're going to throw rocks, do not hide your hands. For one, you're a fucking coward. You're a coward. Can't stand it. If you're going to do something, do it openly. Do it so everyone can see it. Okay? Don't throw rocks and hide your hands and pretend you never done nothing. And then when you get caught out, start crying and act the victim. No. Sorry. No. No, 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 no. Be open about your shittiness. Don't hide it. Let people know what they're in for. Let people know what they can see, yeah? Because someone was devoted to this, okay? Someone was devoted to this. Or this could be your person or somebody that you loved was very you could depend on this person. You were honest with this person. You were faithful to this person. And all they did was threw rocks and hid their hands behind your back, basically. And you're being rewarded for your loyal and faithful behavior. You're being rewarded for your loyal and faithful behavior towards this person. And spirit, universe, and guides, God, whoever you want to talk to, whoever you resonate with, whoever you love, to give you spiritual guidance, is protecting you, and they are going to guide you between the lines. Read between the lines, okay? Read between the lines. Always be honest. Listen, then people can make a decision of what they want to do, you know, be honest. Because when you cooperate with people that are not sturdy, okay, or stable, for that matter, right? They can come off quite tenacious. And maybe they've even done this before. Maybe they was efficient doing this. Maybe they've done this before and it worked. So they felt motivated to try it again. But little did they know of who and your person were. They did not know. They did not know. So now they're in introspection. Now they're descending. Well, you are transcending. And this is the karma. This is the wheel of fortune turning in your favor. Okay? Because they awaken some cosmic forces here. And it ain't to be messed with. They awaken some cosmic forces here. And it ain't to be messed with. And if you've got awareness within you, you would have known that this was wrong. You would have known that this was wrong. And you chose to do it anyway. You chose to do it anyway. You chose to go along with it. And you chose to do it anyway. Yeah. Now you're just being guided to bring balance back into your life. You're standing on one leg while balancing plates on your head, while multitasking, while being ingenious, sorry, not ingenuous, ingenious. And you're, you know, you're transforming basically, and you're able to stand on one leg now and see everything for what it is. You're bright, you're vibrant, you're poised, you're ready for your purpose, you're finding friendships, you've been patient, you've had the stamina to work your way through these attacks, and now your diligence is paying off. You've kept your eye on what it is that's troubled you, and now you've found your peace and your fortitude, and all you're going to do is go out into the world with your purpose, with your poise, and you're going to go and help bring light back to the dark. This is a message, excuse me, this is a message here though, just to be a bit sensitive, okay? Be a bit sensitive towards the situation, because be diplomatic, okay? Because the stillness, there's still silence in stillness, if you know what I mean. So you're trying to be a peaceful spirit and be tranquil and tolerant of people's behavior, but do it in a diplomatic way, okay? Just do it in a diplomatic way, whereas you don't feel outposted either, so that you don't feel outdone either, you know, so that you feel like you are still maintaining your balance of what you're trying to do. Because you're going to work your way through this with elegance, purity, and peacefulness. And you're going to come out the other side of this, you know, with your wings. You're going to come out of this. You're going to be bestowed the gifts of love and purity upon you. You're going to be bestowed the gifts of loyalty and love. Why? Because you're enlightened. A connection has enlightened you. And you've found divination. Now you have your sharp sense of sight. You've been gifted the sense of sight. That is crazy. Love and beauty, you've been gifted the sense of sight. And your connection to the divine is powerful. Brave bat. Bat is my animal. We give the messages. We've got the courage to give the messages. We've got the courage to be guided. Okay? Our perception has changed. We're now flexible within the spiritual world. And we're optimistic. And when you're optimistic, you know that the outcome that you perceive is not the outcome that is actually going to happen. The outcome could be better than you could have ever imagined. You know, you've faced the dark inside. You've found the courage to be stable. And you've realized the things, that the treasures that matter the most to you, you've found courage and self-control to protect. Stay in your integrity. Found the self-control to stay in your integrity, okay? And now you're going to have this carefree and gentle nature so that you can enjoy the simple things in life. Okay? So this is the message. I'm going to leave that there. It was just a short, sweet one. I've got to get ready and go out now. So I'll leave that with you. Take care, guys. Remember, my messages are for high vibrational people only. Sorry. Goodbye.